Eric, where have you been all week? We missed you on the beach in Florida. Eric, where were you? Didn't you have your plane tickets?
Yes, I did. I had a problem.
You a problem? Why is that not hard to imagine?
They stopped me at the airport and wouldn't let me on.
Why on earth would they do that, Eric?
I was falling a bit behind in math. So I was bringing my algebra homework with me to brush up on while I was on spring break. When I was boarding the plane, I got one of those cards that says I have to go through a search. Everything was going fine until they got to my algebra book. I had the old plans for my aerobatic rocket-powered skateboard in the book and they fell out. They had some expert come and examine the plans and my math book. After he looked at it, they said I had to come with him to a special interrogation camp.
That must have been scary. What did they do to you there?
It was terrible. They kept questioning me about my skateboard plans and my algebra book. They kept asking me if it was an Al-Qaeda handbook. Then they would make me waterboard.
Oh my God, they waterboarded you.
It was terrifying. Weirdest thing was, the guy that interrogated me had this weird speech impediment. He kept pointing at my algebra handbook and pronouncing it algebra.
Al-Qaeda, algebra. I think I see the mix-up now. I guess that makes you the algebra terrorist.
Funny one, Judy. Now how about ordering?
We have a special report tonight about a first-year Hissy Fit University student. Young Mr. Tinklestone was on his way to Florida for spring break. After a pre-flight search, the FIB detained him for 5 days for interrogation. At the heart of the matter were two things. First was the handbook with a suspicious title. And second were the plans to a rocket-powered device. Officials first believed the book to be an Al-Qaeda handbook called Algebra. Turns out it was no more than the teen's algebra book. The so-called plans were Mr. Tinklestone's science project for the past Regional Renewable Energy Science Fair.
We had to take it serious. When we ran his name, it came up that a biohazard team needed to be deployed at his home last year.
It had been reported that he grew a cheese monster in his fridge. Who knew what kind of bioweapons he was working on?
Much more serious are the allegations that the teen was waterboarded while in custody.
These allegations he was waterboarded at Camp V will make you talk are completely unfounded.
Waterboarded? Poppycock. At the worst he may have been involved in some wet towel butt slapping incidents.
Tonight on our show we have Eric Tinklestone, the algebra terrorist. Let's get right into this. It has been said you were waterboarded. Did this happen?
What I said was that they made me waterboard. It was terrifying. They strapped my feet onto this board. Then they took this rope that was tied to a speedboat and made me hold onto the other end. Then they dragged me all over the lake for hours.
Tell the truth now. Does it bother you to be called the algebra terrorist?
Yes, it does. Everyone knows the real algebra terrorist is my math teacher.
Now that you have been cleared of all charges, have the authorities done anything to show you they are sorry?
They offered me a free lifetime membership and Camp V will make you talk.